Hello and welcome to another episode of program Music Theory with Winkleff. Like you all know, on our last episode, we treated note values in music. And on this episode, we are going to take it a step further and be treating the topic, how to count basic rhythm. So let's get on with it. Like you can see from the board, you can see how to count basic rhythm. And what do we mean by basic rhythm? Basic rhythm means the movement of music or songs. And we all know that rhythm is a very essential feature of music, the way you count your beats. And from what we can see here, we have measure, which represents the house in which the music exists, while we have what we call bars. And this is a bar line differentiating one bar from the other. From this point to this point is a bar, from this point to this point is another bar. Now let's look at the musical notes with which we are going to use to explain how to count this basic rhythm. Like we have here, this is a quiver. We are going to see how it works when it comes to counting of beats in music. While this one is known as a crotchet, and the crotchet has one beat. This one is known as half note. The crotchet is equally known as a quarter note, while this one is known as a half note, which has two beats. This one is known as the whole note, which has four beats. So in order not to waste so much time, let's get into action. Here we have a measure with time signature of 4/4. And what it simply means is that we have 4 beats in each bar, which is signified by the first number, the number at the top, which you can call the numerator, while the denominator tells you about the type of note. The one on top tells you the number of beats, which is 4. The one under tells you the type of note. And what it simply means is 4 quarter notes in a bar. And you know, quarter note is crotchet, which represents 1 beat. And as you can see here, we have 4 of it. And in a music of 4/4 time signature, the movement goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you are to count it, that is all you are going to do. Let's try to attach a note to these crotchet beats. Okay, let's say this is on the key of C. That means the notes are falling on the key of C, on the do of the key of C. So let's use do to represent these crotchet notes. Now you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you are to attach notes to them, it will go like this: do, 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 do. That's just it. If you move to the same bar, the same pattern. But because the notes we have there are not exactly the same, we have a crotchet beat followed by a half note. That's a crotchet beat, which is quarter note, followed by a half note, and then another crotchet note, which is quarter note. And like we said, a crotchet or quarter note has 1 beat, while a half note has 2 beats. So when you add this 1 beat to this 2, that's 3, because this is making it 4. So it's still giving you 4 beats in a bar. But the pattern of pronunciation is not going to be exactly the same because we have a half note here. So let's count and show you how it's going to be counted in musical form. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, half note has 2 beats, the value of 2 beats. So it's not going to be counted as 1 like in the case of the crotchet. So you count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let's try to attach notes to them. Like I said earlier, the notes are do. So let's use them to count it. Do, 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 do. You can see the difference between this and what we did here, where we have only crotchet beats. Here we said do, we counted 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, 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 do. But here we counted 1, 2, 3, 4. So the second note, which is equally a half note, covered both the second and the third beat, which made it to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Adding the notes do, 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 do. Hope you understand what I just did. So that is how it works. So if you are interpreting a song and you see something like this, it simply means that this half note here is going to take 2 beats, which is the second and the third beat, while the crotchet to end the beats as 4 beats in a bar. So let us move forward. Right here you can see another bar where you have 2 quaver notes, 1 crotchet and 1 half note. Quaver note is equally known as 16th note, which has the value of 1 beat divided into 2. A quaver or a 16th note is having the value of 1 beat divided into 2, which is more like a half beat. So 2 of it will give you 1 crotchet beat, that's 1 full beat. So in solfa, you can call it half beat, while crotchet beat can be called a full beat in solfa form, which is 1 beat, while the quaver is half. So now we have 2 quavers here, which is equivalent to 1 beat, and we have 1 crotchet, which is also equivalent to 1 beat. Then we have 1 half note, which is equivalent to 2 beats. So now let's count. Remember, we have 4 beats in a bar, which is supposed to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, let me explain what I just did. You could see that the quaver or 16th note is having the value of a half beat, and 2 of it will give you 1 beat. So that's why I count the 2 of them as 1 beat, while I count the crotchet as 1 beat. And I now count the half note as 2 beats, making it 4. So if it is in solfa form, like we did in the other ones, it is on the do on the key of C, for instance, even though we don't have the clef to indicate that it is a music measure or it is a musical arrangement, but let's assume it's a musical arrangement. Now we are going to place do there, so it will be pronounced or counted in this manner: do 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 do. Hope you understand, because we are using the quaver or 16th note as a half beat. So 2 of them is making 1 crotchet beat. So 2 of them are counted as 1, while the crotchet is counted as 1. Then the half note is counted as 2, which is do 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 do. Hope that we are getting what we are doing. So we are going to the next bar, which has, though it is the same thing with the previous one, but the difference is the placement, because it has 1 half note, which is the first note, followed by 2 16th notes or quavers, which makes up 1 beat, and a crotchet note, which makes up 1 beat. So it's still the same value with this, but the difference is the arrangement. So if you're going to count it, it has to go this way: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like I did in the other one. Half note, which has 2 beats, is supposed to be counted twice as 2 beats, while 2 quaver notes, which is equivalent to 1 beat, will be counted as 1 beat once, even though they are 2, but you count them as 1. Then crotchet beat, which is 1 beat, will be counted as 1. So that's why we counted it this way again: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that understood? I hope so. So we are moving ahead. As you can see above, we have another measure with 2 bars, but we're starting from the first bar. On the first bar, you can see 2 16th note or quaver beats as the first, which represents 1 beat. It's already written here, 1, followed by another group of 2 quavers, which represents 1 beat, that's 2, then followed by a half note, which represents 2 beats, and the third note. Now, if you want to count it, you're going to count it this way: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the reason is simple: 2 quavers is equivalent to 1 beat, and we have them two of them in the bar. So these 2 are going to give you 1 beat, while this half note is going to give you 2 beats. So all will equal to 4 beats, because it's a song of, or it's a measure of 4/4 time signature. So that's why we counted it this way: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's try to add notes to it. Musically, if it was to be on the key of C, that means it should be on the note of Mi. So let's use the note of mi to count it like we are trying to interpret the music. Mi, 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 mi. Mi, 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 mi. Mi, 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 mi. Remember, these quavers are just one beat, but the fact that there are two means they will be represented by two notes, two sulfur notes. But the value or the time of which you will use to pronounce them will still be that of one note, the value of one note, which is mi, 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 mi. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mi, 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 mi. So it's still giving you the same 4 beats, irrespective of the fact that the notes are different from the previous ones we've treated. So let's go ahead to the next bar. As you can see, the first note is a crotchet note, which is just one beat, crotchet or 8th note, one beat, followed by a 2 quavers, which is one beat as well, making it 2, followed by another quiver, another crotchet, which is one beat, and another crotchet, which is another one beat, making it a total of 4 beats. So now, if you want to count the beats based on what we can see, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which means the first note, which is a crotchet or an 8th note, is having the value of 1 beat. Then the second note, which are 2 quavers or 2 16th notes, are having the value of 1 beat as well. That means they'll be pronounced as 1. Then followed by another crotchet, which is 1 beat, crotchet or 8th note, which is 1 beat, and another crotchet or 8th note, which is another 1 beat. So everything altogether is 4 beats. So let me count it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let us try and add notes to them. Mi, 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 mi. That is 4 beats. Mi, 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 mi. So where you have the 2 quavers, you pronounce the 2 mi as 1. Mi, 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 mi. While where you have crotchets, they will be on their own. Mi, 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 mi. Still giving you 4 beats on the whole. Okay, let's proceed to another example. So the first note we have here is a crotchet or 8th note, which is 1 beat, followed by another crotchet, which is 1 beat, and a half note, which is 2 beats. So counting, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which simply means that while the 2 crotchet notes are having a value of 1 beat each, the half note is having a value of 2 beats, making it a total of 4 beats. So let's take it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now let's try to add notes to them. So we are going to use the note of do this time around because they fall on the key of C, which is the note of do. Do, 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 do. You understand that? Because the note of half note has 2 beats. So we have to observe the 2 beats, the value of the time frame of 2 beats within that place where the half note fall on. Whereas in the crotchet notes, we observed just 1 beat, but in the half note, we observed 2 beats, which gives us 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then using the notes, do, 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 do. You know, you're not meant to sing the do twice on the half beat because it is just 1 beat, 1 note. So one note goes with 1 sulfur or 1 letter, not 2. But the time frame with which you use to exhaust the pronunciation of the note is what matters. So that should take at least 2 beats while you're just singing 1 note. So that is do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, The next bar, we have a whole note. And like we said earlier, a whole note has the value of 4 bits. It is a single note, but it has a value of 4 bits, which simply means that you're meant to sing that one note once, but it's meant to take the value of 4 notes. For example, let's try it out. Do, do, do. That's how it goes. Do. It doesn't really matter the position of the bar it appears. What matters is that it has the value of a whole note. And when a note is a whole note, it means it's having the value of 4 bits. So you will exhaust the value of 4 bits in the process of pronouncing it. So you should take the full value of 4 bits. Do, do, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do. That is how whole note works. So in case you see it in a music piece in this format, that's how it is. If it falls on do, that's if it falls on mi, do. That's how it works. So let's go ahead. Let's forge ahead. Here we have in this bar, the first note is a half note, which has a value of 2 bits, followed by a crotchet which has a value of 1 bit, and another crotchet that has a value of 1 bit. So now, if you want to count them, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. As you could see, I was counting twice on the half note. That's all meaning, because it has 2 bits. But I was counting once with the crotchets or 8 notes because they have 1 bit each. So that is how it works. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's attach notes to them. Do, 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 do. So we are using 1 do for the half note, but we are extending the time frame to cover the 2 bits which it represents. So that's why you notice that I delayed while I was pronouncing the do for the half note, while I took the normal 1 count time frame for the other crotchet bits. Just like we know that the meaning or the half note is having a value of 2 bits, so we'll count the value of 2 bits while we are there before proceeding. But at the end of the day, everything will still give us 4 bits, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it works. So forging ahead to the next one, we can see the first note, which is a half note, followed by another note, which is a half note as well. And like we said earlier, the value of a meaning or a half note is 2 bits. 2 bits. So now, if we want to count this, we are going to count it in such a way that, irrespective of the fact that they are just 2 notes, 2 meaning or half notes, you are still going to make sure you use the time frame of 4 bits, because those 2 notes are still giving us a total of 4 bits. So we are going to count in such a way that we will exhaust or cover the 4 bits which exist inside that bar. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is just it. Now, if you want to attach sulfur notes to them, which will be, we're going to use the note of do. It will go like this: do, 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 or do, 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 do. It's giving you 4 because each of the notes is having 2 bits. So each of the do would carry the value of 2 bits, which made me to drag it in that way. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do, do. So I want to believe that you understood perfectly everything we have taught in this episode. We are going to come back with the part 2 of this particular episode, which is how to count basic reading 2. Like you can see, we have notes like half notes. We have notes like rests here. This is a crochet and this is a crochet rest. This is a minim or half note and this is a rest for it. This is a whole note and this is the whole rest. But we didn't make use of those rests on this episode, but we are definitely going to use them to give you examples in our next episode. So stay tuned and make sure you don't miss it, which will be coming your way same time, same channel next week. But for now, bye bye.